having finally gotten around to playing Watch Dogs 2 within the first few hours of gameplay, came across this trailer. Now to me it's obvious what this is showcasing, but 7 months ago, back in November, for the Day Zero players, it was a very different picture with very little information to go on. Many gamers at the time did think it was simply just a fake, nothing more than part of a mission in Watch Dogs 2, but I can see Ubisoft showing off a small tidbit of an unreleased game rather than to go to all the effort of conjuring this up just for a sole mission. Surprising though that as of June 2017, according to the internet, nobody seems to have yet made the connection to what the trailer was representing even 2 weeks after Ubisoft pretty much won E3 2017 with a certain announcement that everybody's now talking about. Having searched the web, very few contributors out of the many thousands on forums had any idea at the time what the trailer could actually be revealing, and yet I believe that with the information that we have now, we can safely say that the Watch Dogs 2 in-game trailer was in fact an early tech demo for Beyond Good and Evil 2. And no, it was not a trailer for No Man's Sky 2, which some did speculate due to the colour palette used for the planets. At the time when the Watch Dogs 2 trailer was up for discussion back in November, Kotaku wrote an article with a credible Ubisoft source who said that the trailer shown was for a game codenamed Pioneer, a game that had ran into development issues and that it was possibly going to be announced later in the following year, which is of course now. Now we do know the history of Beyond Good and Evil 2 has been shaky, and that they have had to go back to the drawing board for this game a few times now. Also, with No Man's Sky being a flop like it was back then, I think Ubisoft wanted to weather the storm and keep quiet about work on a space game to stop anyone making comparisons. Another source on the internet apparently said that even though they had left Ubisoft 2 years prior, they recognised the game in a trailer that had been in development for a very long time. Now in a recent tech demo of Beyond Good and Evil 2 that was shown on YouTube last week, we are shown 14 minutes of the flight controls, a small area of the world, and the ability to fly up from the planet's surface into space seamlessly within seconds. If we break down the Watch Dogs 2 trailer, we start off by seeing satellites floating in orbit around a well-detailed planet. Both the satellite and planet surfaces are clearly in focus with much detail. Now the Ubisoft team have said in the tech demo video that they wanted to create an engine that could handle going from space to a planet's surface seamlessly with no loading screens, and by the look of that planet in the trailer, you could quite clearly make out any landmarks that you'd want to fly towards. In the next part of the trailer, a ship flies past the screen towards the planet. Notice the blue flame of the craft, just like the flame coming from the rocket engines in the tech demo. Also in the trailer, we see the control panel of the ship, and from reading the monitors, see what looks like is an objective about saving people. Now in the tech demo, it's mentioned that one of the objectives in the game could be to fly onto enemy ships and save any slaves that could be on those ships. And the fact that the trailer showcases a space-themed game, and Beyond Good and Evil 2 is set in space, that's really all the correlation we need. It's not like Ubisoft has been working on any other space game for the past 8 years, with many public hiccups along the way, but now finally on track to release something that pretty much looks awesome. But that is only my take on the evidence. Do you guys agree that the Watch Dogs 2 trailer really could be a very early trailer of Beyond Good and Evil 2? Comment below. I just have to say that I'm surprised that nobody else at this time has made this connection, especially with all the game news platforms that are around these days. So I thought I'd go to the effort to make a quick video just to show that Ubisoft really did drop an actual game trailer in Watch Dogs 2 back in November for a game that pretty much went on to win E3. I know I'm hyped to play it, hopefully you guys are as well. If you haven't yet, go and watch every video released at the moment on Beyond Good and Evil 2, as the official information and demos look amazing. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video, please leave a like below, and that's me signing off.
To work on to make our planets with life, and the planet itself is living somehow. For example, that planet has different